You've always heard that fruits are healthy, right? Nature's candy. Doctors recommend them, your grandkids snack on them, and they're often the first thing you reach for when trying to eat clean. But what if I told you that some fruits, even the popular ones, might be silently making your joint pain worse? Imagine this. You wake up with stiff knees. Your hips ache when you get out of a chair. Climbing stairs feels like carrying bricks. And all the while, you're eating what you thought were healthy fruits without knowing they could be triggering inflammation inside your joints. Sounds unbelievable? I understand. But I've seen this pattern again and again in patients over 60. Fruits that were once fine in your 30s or 40s can start doing more harm than good after a certain age. So in this video, we're going to uncover the 3 common fruits that may be silently damaging your joints every single day, plus I'll give you healthier, joint-friendly alternatives to enjoy instead. And stick around to the end, because the most surprising fruit of all, it's one most people eat every morning without a second thought. What made the difference? Small, powerful changes in their daily habits, especially in what they eat. So today, I'm not just here to tell you what fruits to avoid. I want to explain why these changes matter so much after 60. When we understand what's happening inside our bodies, we can make better choices that give us real relief, more movement, and a lot more joy. Let's take a closer look at the first fruit that could be hurting your joints. Let's start with one that might surprise you. Grapes, sweet, juicy, and often considered a healthy snack. But for aging joints, they can be a hidden troublemaker. Here's why. Grapes are packed with fructose, a natural sugar that, in high amounts, can trigger a buildup of uric acid in your body. And that's a direct path to gout flare-ups and joint inflammation, especially in the feet, knees, and hands. On top of that, grapes can cause rapid blood sugar spikes, which fuel more inflammation. For seniors with arthritis or pre-diabetes, that's a lot of us that inflammation can make joint stiffness even worse. And the real kicker? Grapes are so easy to overeat. A handful turns into 2 or 3 before you know it. That's when the problems begin. After 60, our kidneys aren't as efficient at filtering out excess uric acid. That means even small choices like snacking on grapes every day can lead to hot, swollen joints, especially in the morning. But here's the good news. There's a better alternative. Swap grapes for cherries. They're rich in anthocyanins, natural compounds that actively reduce joint inflammation and help manage pain. A small bowl of cherries a day could be a sweet relief, literally. Now let's talk about a fruit that almost everyone over 60 has in their kitchen: bananas. They're soft, easy to digest, and full of potassium. Sounds perfect, right? Well, not always. Bananas come with something I call the potassium paradox. While potassium is important, too much of it, especially when your kidneys are slowing down, can lead to water retention, swelling, and yes, more joint pain. And that's not all. Bananas also contain lectins and tyramine, compounds that can trigger inflammation in sensitive individuals, particularly those dealing with osteoarthritis. If you often eat overripe bananas, that's an even bigger issue. Their high glycemic index causes sudden insulin spikes, another direct link to increased inflammation and joint stiffness. This is especially risky for seniors who are on blood pressure medications or diuretics. The combination can quietly add strain to your joints and make movement harder without you realizing why. So, what's the smarter swap? Try papaya. It's gentle on digestion and contains a natural enzyme called papain, known for its anti-inflammatory properties. Papaya doesn't spike your blood sugar and may even help reduce swelling and discomfort in your joints. A few slices after breakfast? That's a win for your knees. And now, the tropical fruit that many think is helping their health, but might actually be doing the opposite: pineapple. Yes, its true pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme that's known for its anti-inflammatory benefits. But here's the problem. It's also very high in acid and natural sugar, 2 things that don't play nicely with aging joints. For many seniors, regularly eating pineapple, especially in large amounts, can trigger flare-ups of joint pain, particularly in people with gout. The acid can irritate the lining of the stomach, leading to bloating and discomfort. And for those with sensitive digestion, pineapple can even cause mild oral inflammation, sore tongue, burning lips, or tingling mouth after eating. And here's something people rarely talk about. Most pineapple consumed today isn't fresh, it's canned. That means added sugars, preservatives, and sometimes even citric acid, which drive inflammation even higher. It's especially problematic when pineapple is eaten daily or paired with other sugary fruits, turning your healthy fruit bowl into a pain-triggering trap. So what's a safer, smarter choice? Try blueberries. These little berries are packed with joint-protective polyphenols, have very low sugar, and are gentle on the stomach. Just a handful a day can fight inflammation and protect your joints over time. So why do joints become more sensitive after 60? It's not just age, it's biology. As we get older, we naturally lose cartilage, the soft protective cushion between our bones. Think of it like the shock absorbers in a Quran they wear down. Every bump in the road feels sharper. At the same time, our metabolism slows and the body becomes less efficient at repairing damage or calming inflammation. That's why things like stiffness, swelling, and pain become more common even without an injury. Now, here's where fruit comes in. When we eat fruits that are high in sugar or acid, they can quietly push the body into a state of chronic inflammation. That inflammation builds up, and suddenly, a walk around the block feels like a marathon. But once you know what to look for, you can take back control. Let me tell you about Linda. She's 72, lives in Florida, and spent most of her life enjoying the simple things: morning walks, tending to her garden, and sharing fruit bowls with her grandkids. For years, Linda believed she was doing the right thing. Every day, she snacked on grapes, had a banana with breakfast, and treated herself to a few slices of canned pineapple in the evenings. Fruit is healthy, she thought, and of course, that's what most of us believe. But over time, her knees began to ache. Walking up steps became harder. The garden she loved so much, she couldn't even kneel in the dirt without sharp shooting pain. Her doctor recommended medication, but Linda wanted to try a more natural approach first. That's when she stumbled across a video much like this one and decided to make one small change. She cut back on the high sugar fruits and started eating cherries and papaya instead. That was it. No supplements, no strict diets, just a few simple swaps. And after just 3 weeks, Linda noticed something. Her morning stiffness was easing. By the 3rd month, she said something that nearly brought her to tears. For the first time in years, I got out of bed without pain. She's gardening again now. Not for hours at a time, but enough to feel like herself again. Sometimes, it really is the little changes that make the biggest difference. Let's take a quick moment to recap what we've covered, because remembering just a few key swaps can make a big difference. Fruits to avoid or limit: grapes, bananas, pineapple. Better choices for your joints: cherries, papaya, blueberries. Note, these swaps can help reduce inflammation, ease joint stiffness, boost your daily energy. So next time you reach for a snack or make your breakfast plate, keep these in mind. Small changes done consistently can lead to real relief and a more active, pain-free life. Have you ever felt more joint pain after eating certain fruits? Or maybe you found a snack that actually helps you feel better? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. What you share might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. You're not alone, and your experience matters. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and tap the little bell icon. That way, you won't miss our next video where we'll talk about simple, healing foods that can support your joints and help you feel stronger every day.